Hey everyone, it's Ellis, and this is the patch 14.6 notes rundown here on the FlyQuest LoL YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe here for more FlyQuest content. Now, this is 14.6, which means that this is the potential Curse of 6. And I did see the patch preview, and we'll see what ended up actually finalizing into the patch. For the Skarner rework, that'll be over on my main YouTube page, and so you can check that out obviously over there and see my reaction to that later on. But let's just get into it. All right, so here we go. So first impressions obviously is that there are some nerfs, and obviously some of them are actual meta competitive champions, and there are buffs to non-meta non-competitive champions. So that is, you know, obvious good first impressions. So DirectX support update, okay. Ranked adjustments to motion LP adjusted from 75 LP to 50 LP. Okay. Updated bot AI, this is all good. Champions, Briar, Q can now jump to wards, W bonus attack speed is decreased, healing decreased, R damage is decreased. Q head rush can now jump to wards. This is obviously, I mean, it's nice, it's okay. W blood frenzy, bonus attack speed 55 to 115 to 54 to 110. Really does not seem like the end of the world. I doubt that this does anything. Realistically, I really doubt it. W snack attack, healing based on damage dealt, 25 to 45% to 24 to 40%. Again, like this is just sort of like whatever, okay. R certain death, 150 to 450 plus 50%, 120% AP to 150 to 350. So losing 50 damage at rank 2 and rank 3. I do not think that Briar cares that much about this. These changes just seem like they're doing something to appease people that maybe complain about Briar. But all in all, honestly, I almost want to say that maybe this is a buff. I want to say maybe this is actually a Briar buff, in a weird way. So this is kind of funny, and that it might actually be just overall a Briar buff, which is weird. Chogath, W cooldown decreased, E damage is increased. Okay. So this is a buff to all iterations of Chogath. So if you're playing him tank, you're playing him hybrid, you're playing him AP, whatever you're doing, this is a buff to Chogath. W Feral Scream just gets 2 seconds shaved off it at rank 1. Now, this is really big because if you play him in jungle, historically, W used to be the first max inside of jungle. And obviously the reason for that was the increased silence duration, and then obviously the cooldown reduction, right? It used to be what would go on there. But now you just get the second shaved off. So you're now getting access to old rank 3, right, at rank 1. Huge deal, right, for every version of Cho. Eve Vorpal spikes, they're undoing the old nerfs that they gave to Cho once upon a time, all right? So they're undoing the nerfs. That's all that's going on, not the end of the world. There's a lot of other stuff that is happening here. The cool stuff, though, is the items. Chogath has received some indirect aid in terms of items. So all these things considered, Chogath is actually, you know, he's a champion that we do have to consider, especially with stuff like Senna existing, and obviously Silence being a very powerful ability, and Rupture being a very misunderstood thing, especially with Twisted Fate and other champions like still existing, and Twisted Fate AP variation still is a champion that exists. So like Senna Chogath down in bottom lane or something with Twisted Fate in mid lane, like that is, you know, these are very scary things. Like Chogath top lane with Twisted Fate in mid lane, you know, these things are all very scary. Diana, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and skip over this. Let's just make it really abundantly clear here that this does not impact why Diana is not being picked. I'm just gonna completely skip it. Diana is gated to being married to Yasuo despite being a lesbian, okay? So if this isn't Riot's version of just like being, you know, several hundred years ago, like Diana's just from a different age, okay? And, you know, she's just wrong place, wrong time, like whatever is going on. This is just like, this is not it. Diana needs different things. So in addition to Diana's items got hit, and she has indirect problems going on, she also has direct problems going on, which is her kit, and it has nothing to do with her clear speed, because everyone has clear speed now. You get clear speed, and you get clear speed, and, you know, you get some clear speed too. So clear speed used to be obviously a really crazy thing once upon a time, and then Riot just started giving it to everyone, and then suddenly you got jungle pets and all this other type of stuff. And we know now that even when your clear speed is marginally faster than some other champions, it still is not necessarily enough to just make or break you, or like make you that much more oppressive than another champion. So realistically, this does not matter. The attack speed being tripled and stuff doesn't matter. That's not why people pick Diana. They pick her her for the engage. Her follow-up auto attacks on that engage doesn't matter. They pick her with Yasuo for that wombo combo. She's there for the wombo combo, these types of things. So this does not matter. Okay, great. Galio, large adjustments to passive. Q damage decreased, cooldown decreased, W damage is decreased, damage reduction adjusted, E damage decreased, damage to non-champions is increased. Okay, passive. Colossal Smash. Magic damage is 15 to 200 based on level plus 100% AD, 50% AP plus 60% bonus magic resistance, 15 to 115 based on level plus 100% AD. Okay. Hitting enemy champion or epic monster with the ability to reduce this cooldown by 3 seconds once per cast. Colossal Smash now triggers spell effects. Okay. Galio now gains 40% speed while his passive is attack speed while his passive is available. Colossal Smash no longer affected by ability haste. Okay. Q wins a war 70 to 210, 75% AP, 70 to 210, 75. So here's what they're doing. They're making his uptime on his passive, and they're making his uptime on his, I believe, his abilities come up more frequently, right? But they're lowering the damage of his abilities. So they're making it so that his passive, they're comboing his passive and everything like that. They're making that go up, and that's what they're doing. They're making him more into a combo bot. And I believe that they're making it so that his resistances are more obnoxious, right? So he lost 12% per 100 bonus magic resistance here, because obviously you're not gonna keep stacking. You're not gonna get like 200 bonus magic resistance, right? That's not something that you did. So now you're gonna get 8% bonus magic resistance, right, per 100, and then per 100 bonus health, which that's very easy because it's very easy to get like 400 bonus health, right? So that'll make up for the 4% difference, like on a magic resistance item. And then if you go like tank Galio, support Galio, that'll make up for the difference here. And then it's 25 to 45% to 20 to 40% plus 4. So if you go like tank Galio, tank ability haste, support Galio, then it'll be better, I guess, but the damage is still... It's so weird, man. I mean, at least they're fulfilling the identity of trying to make him an anti-mage, right? So, I mean, in that regard, it's fine. Gragas, base health decreased, Q mana cost is decreased. So, base health going down by 1 auto attack in lane. Q, barrel roll, 80 to 60 to 80 at all ranks. It's a really big nerf to jungle. In top lane, it's also definitely a nerf, but Gragas is just going to go tier. And he's going to be fine anyway. It is going to give you a little bit more counterplay, but don't forget that they gave Gragas sustain buffs not too long ago, so this is kind of like still not even undoing those sustain buffs. So Gragas is still overall buffed, and that's the way that's the way we have to mentally juggle Riot's patch notes, by the way. So realistically, this is just a massive jungle nerf more than anything, even though they're going to say that it's for top lane. Karma, mana growth decrease, mana regeneration growth increase, passive cooldown refund decrease, Q mana cost increase, R cooldown increased, ER bonus shield is increased. Okay, mana growth, 50 to 40, mana regeneration growth, 0.5 to 0.8, passive gathering fire, 5 seconds to 4 seconds, Q inner flame, 45 to 40 to 80. Okay, so the cost obviously starts going up at rank 2, so typically like rank, level 4 inside of lane. Our mantra is going to be 40 to 31 to 40 to 34. Okay, RE defines bonus shield. Okay, so basically, oh geez, I'm yawning at these changes. Oh god. Oh, truly, maybe it is the curse of 6. Okay, so yeah, so ultimately, here's what's going on. So this is all fake. This is all fake. So the mana growth is going down, but the mana cost at rank 1. So you're gonna obviously cast her Q a couple of times at rank 1, right? And that'll make up for the missing mana growth initially, and then the mana regeneration is gonna go up. So like on the first recall, it's kind of fake news, right? On the second recall, you kind of don't care because you already have Lost Chapter, so you don't care. So the mana stuff's fake, guys. The mana stuff is just totally fake. No one cares. Absolutely no one cares. No one cares whatsoever. Also, you do 3 points Q and then you max C anyway, right? So the R mantra nerf, okay, sure, that one hurts a little bit, right? I mean, support karma is still totally fine. This is ridiculous. Kayn, Q darken damage is increased. Q animation now prevents use of active item. Shadow Assassin R is decreased. Okay, Reaping Slash. 65% total AD plus 5 plus 3.5% bonus AD targets maximum health. 65% total AD plus 6 plus 3.5% bonus AD targets maximum health. Reaping Slash animation now locks Kayn out of using active items. Fine. R Humble Trespass. 150 to 350 scaling plus 175% bonus AD to 150 to 350 plus 150% bonus AD. Note, this does not affect Darken Form ultimate damage. Okay, so this is only for Shadow. Okay, so Shadow lost 25% bonus damage on Umbral Trespass, but Darken still retains it. Okay, so Shadow gets nerfed a little bit. Okay, wait, I'm sorry. So wait, I'm sorry. So Darken got overall buffed, but Shadow got nerfed. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Ornn, E cooldown is decreased. Searing charge. So okay, this was really weird. I think I saw the Freak clip, although I could be forgetting exactly what he said inside of it, and then I saw the other stuff on Twitter. This is really weird because this is something that me and Max Waldo were talking about since like Ornn came out. So here's the thing. Ornn had different max orders, and I don't know what macro does in EU West, okay? But this is just how Ornn is. Ornn has different max orders for different lanes. So in some lanes, Ornn puts Q to 3 points. In other lanes, Ornn puts Q to 5 points. In other lanes, Ornn maxes W. And in other lanes, you know, Q to 3 points, then max W, then max E. But almost always will E be maxed second. Almost always will E be maxed second. And obviously that is for the cooldown the cooldown reduction on the E. It's just the way that it was. Now, obviously, in those lanes where you did max Q first, it does feel really bad when you don't get to put the points into W. But that's okay because you had like the brittle and everything else, right? But I think that was like very early iterations of Ornn. So I mean that's totally fine. But yeah, it's always sort of been this way. So he's getting a little bit more aid. What ultimately this means that you can do now is that you can allocate 2 more points into, you know, whether it be W or Q. That's basically what you can do because it's not going to change your combo, right? In the mid game fight, you're still going to get 2 E's. And that's basically what you're doing, right? Because the end goal is still going to be the same at 12. But yeah, you can now allocate 2 more points. That's the way that you would look at it. The same way that when Kai'Sa got her ultimate range basically matched now, you get to skip the ultimate point at 11. And you get to allocate points. Or like, I mean, this has happened for other champions, right? Where sometimes you just get to skip abilities. Okay, Rek'Sai, W bug fix, quality, okay. Attack should now always damage and knock up primary target when right-clicking, okay. Bug fix, okay. Senna, passive miss rate, drop rate is decreased. Okay, 8.3 to 2.8, okay, they can't make up their mind. Shen, passive cooldown adjusted, passive key barrier. 4 to 7.5, levels 1 to 18, 4 to 7.5, linear scaling. This is a buff from 2 to 17 and is mostly pronounced at 8 to 16, okay? Sion, Q damage increase, W shield is increased. So these are really good changes for Sion. Now, obviously, there are some hybrid builds for Sion. The other thing that's very confusing about Sion is I am still very confused why Sion doesn't appear in mid. I do not get it, especially with the way that the current mid meta is, or, you know, whatever in competitive. I'm really perplexed why he does not appear in mid with current itemization, everything else. It's really bewildering. Now, obviously, his playstyle is very boring, right? He's basically a single player champion in a lot of ways. But this champion, it's real weird how good he already is, and yet he's getting buffed. And even though he's getting total AD and competitive, he's not really going to build AD. This is more for like the, you know, the solo queue stuff where people build AD and stuff, or like the hybrid builds. This still does affect even the competitive builds, which are really big. And now obviously the Soul Furnace stuff, I believe are buffs, right? At 1,000 plus HP or something bonus. So very, very big. Smolder, Q execute threshold decreased, conditions adjusted, W width is decreased, E movement speed is decreased. Smolder is just a little guy, but this little guy's dream of scaling with his stacks can feel like an inevitable nightmare for his opponents. While I don't believe he'll be problematic in the long term, there are quite a few frustrating or overpowered parts of his kit right now that we're looking to address this patch. First, his execute scaling based on stacks has been too powerful, so we're capping it at 6.5%. Second, the safety from Z and mismatched hitbox with W visuals can be frustrating. Okay, true. Super Scorcher, Breath. Execute threshold 2 plus 0.025% per stack, 6.5%. This started at 7.6. Sorry. Smolder checks to execute units after Smolder's damage, meaning it will no longer execute off of allies' damage. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. W, a chew, 125 to 115. Okay. Flap, flap, flap. Movement speed, 100% to 75%. These are all very nice changes. Okay. I mean, Smolder, obviously, I mean, it's kind of cool. I obviously like champions like Smolder because they promise inevitability, so I'm always a very big fan of champs like that, right? I'm a little bit sad, though, because, like, Kai'Sa, such a good answer into Smolder, and we only got to see that in, like, Fnatic versus G2. But, yeah, anyways. Tryndamere, attack speed growth is increased 2.9 to 3.4. So Tryndamere got an indirect buff as well, with Frozen Heart getting nerfed ever so slightly. But there's still a million other problems hindering Tryndamere's ability to come back into the meta. So, yeah. And also Riot is also talking about other indirect nerfs that he received. So, kind of sucks. Volibear, Q bonus movement speed decreased. R cooldown is increased. Thundering Smash, 12 to 32%, 12 to 28%. Okay. Again, like, Volibear's so funny. He's actually so funny. He's such a wet paper bag in competitive, where it's like he comes back and much like Rek'Sai, much like Kha'Zix, much like all these champions that become flavor of the month for 1 month, people forget how to play around their gank patterns and their dives and everything, and they become like flavor of the month. And then people get accustomed to them, playing around them and everything, matching their ganks, matching their timings, and then they just fall off. They die, right? They just fall right down the cliff, right? Like a big barrel of shit. But here the movement speed is going to be decreased. Now, obviously, this could be totally for solo queue, where once he does get snowballing, it is very oppressive for solo queue. So that is definitely a thing. And obviously with pets and stuff, which was not something that I actually had previously considered when I was flaming him in the last patch notes, you know, his clear speed is actually a little bit more obnoxious. So yeah, that is fine. Okay, items. Infinity Edge. Critical strike damage 40 to 50%. Like I said in the patch preview, one of the things that Riot could just do to fix crit items is make crit chance go from 20 to 25% on items. Boom, done. Make it so that when you have 4 crit items, you have 100% crit, okay? That way, ADCs can actually itemize the defensive and utility item, 5th item, okay? Do not gate them into forcefully making 5 crit items be built in addition to their boots. It just does not make any sense. Just make it 4 items, man. Like what is going on? They still have to complete the 4th item while they're holding the crit cloak. They can't just like hold the crit cloak, right? Like they still have to finish the item. Like it's totally fine. Just make it 4 items. This is not that difficult. Now very quick blades. And then also you can reduce power from the actual item so that you can actually curve you know, their 1, 2, and 3 item power spikes, because their 1, 2, and 3 item power spikes, let's be honest, I mean, the recipe component items are a little bit obnoxious comparatively to some other classes, and it's been that way for a while. Now, very quick blades. Pickaxe, Caulfield's Warhammer, Cloak of Agility, 725, okay. Attack damage went up, 35, okay, that's fine. Early Doran's item for junglers and supports. This is something that if you watch my co-streams the last couple of weeks, aggravated me to no end. It's the most MTG Johnny thing in the entire world. And I talked about it ad nauseum. It's very frustrating. I'm very glad that they just implemented this so I can actually stop seeing it. Early income for supports, okay. World Allies Runic, okay. All the changes here, this is fine. Solstice Slay, slow, okay. Epic items, okay. We're taking a pass on epic items with a couple of goals in mind. First, we want to lower the number of items a lane can feel over due to 1 gank or a single kill. The golden experience difference will still be valuable, but the end addition need to compound with. Okay, so they're really making like snowballing like that much harder. We're entering Heroes of the Storm. We're entering Heroes of the Storm meta. Here we go. Balmy Cinder, 12 plus 1% bonus health to 13. Oh my god. Caulfield's Warhammer, 25 to 20. Okay. 25 to 20. Oh my. Fiendish Codex. Glacial Buckler. 50. I mean, this one doesn't really matter. This one's fake. This one's fake news because you don't want to finish this item anyway. 35. Oh my god! This item is the worst in the game, and they're nervous. Imagine, unironically. This item's so bad. This item. Oh my god! You can stick this. This item can go straight. Fuck. This item can go straight up someone's ass. Fuck this. This is the Hearthbound Axe. This item goes up someone's ass. Like, what? I don't even. They're going to cut this out. I don't even care. They're going to cut this out of the video. FlyQuest isn't going to upload this to the channel. I don't even care. I don't even care. What the fuck? What? This item is so bad. What are you doing? What are you doing? Haunting guys and then immediately Hearthbound Axe. Fuck me. This is what Leandri's seeing. This is why Leandri's is fucking tormented. This is what the anguish is all about. This is why she's crying tears. This is what fucking Boris dreams of. This is probably Boris's axe. This is how Boris
spreads positivity and good vibes to those around him.
Fuck this, man. Fuck this. What the hell is this? I don't even know. Hextech Alternator, 50 to 45. Who cares? Kirche's Shards, 60 to 50. Serrated Dirk, 25 to 20. Spectre's Cowl. Great, great. Oh, I'm so done. I'm so done with this. Lethality, 8 to 5. Kick. This is such a joke. But in Barrier, all right, this one's good. This one's good. 1800 to 17. Good. You don't actually want to build Banshees. This is funny. Verdant Barrier is actually the QSS of Mercurial Scimitar, right? So Banshees is Scimitar and Verdant Barrier. Okay. So Verdant Barrier Banshees is identical to QSS Scimitar. That's it. You don't want to build Banshees. You just want Barrier. So we got one buff here, guys. We got one buff. Hold on, wait, is this a buff? Wait, cloth armor, longsword, cloth armor, cloth... Oh my god. Oh my god. They made it even worse. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. Oh my god. Wow. Nah, okay. Nah, it's fine. Alright, never mind, guys. This truly is the curse of 6. Oh god. For all the different reasons, though. Oh man. Oh, jeez. Oh, what a patch. What a patch. It's a curse of 6 for different reasons. Oh, they knew. Oh, my lord. Oh, it truly is. Oh, my. I can't even focus. I can't even. This skin's really good. This skin is like, dude, some of the Riot artists have been knocking it out of the park. Like, there's the Kindred skin, and then there's this skin. The Kindred skin is still, like, honestly, that Kindred skin is like one of the best. I would frame that. Like if I ever had a house one day that I owned, I would genuinely get a wall like painting of that Kindred's. That was divine. That was such a beautiful, alluring piece of. I just have to show you guys that again. Hold on. Kindred. What was that? What was that? It's like porcelain Kindred, right? Porcelain, yeah. Look, guys, I just have to shout out. I don't even care. I'm gonna show the artist as well. Who's the artist? Oh my god, I'm getting. Here's the artist. Here's the artist. Here's the artist. Oh my lord. Wait, let me. I don't know where. Oh. This Kindred skin is absolutely divine. This splash art is divine. I don't know. There's just something. There's something absolutely mystical about it. It's just so beautiful. So beautiful, so beautiful. Anyways, whoever did this, also, this is really, really, really good. This is really, really, really good. This almost looks like a magic card. This genuinely looks like a magic card. Yeah, anyways, these are obviously really good. This is the in-game. The in-game, honestly, like, you get the skin and then you get the in-game. Oh, wait, this isn't quite the in-game. Oh, this isn't the Peacemaker. Okay, this is just the High Noon. Oh, okay. This is just the High Noon. Okay. This isn't the Peacemaker. Okay. This kind of looks like an undead from, like, World of Warcraft. Like, this looks like anorexic Gangplank. I'm not gonna unsee it, and now you guys aren't either. This is like, this is, so they gave us obese Gangplank, and then they gave us anorexic Gangplank in one patch. That's really good. Okay, that is it, guys. That is it. Honestly, competitive changes here. Is there really many? I mean, there's Smolder, and that's kind of it. Sion got buffed. I doubt people are going to pick him. Kind of a Curse of 6 patch. I thought that there was going to be more changes to the system items, and there wasn't when I was doing the patch preview, and I couldn't see them. This kind of is a Curse of 6. It really is. And it's funny because Disney just announced the new Sith Star Wars thing, the Acolytes. So, like, there truly is a darkness coming, you know? So, oh, jeez. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.